There are pros and there are cons to I suppose, airbrushing people. Dominic Lee from Priory Studios joins me in the studio. Dominic, good morning.
Hi, Lynsey, how are you?
I'm not too bad at all. How are you?
Great.
So this plus size model, I mean plus size, a size 10, an American size 10. Okay, maybe she is a bit curvy, but I mean, she's absolutely fuming that the photographer went in there and took away her curves that she's built so hard on over the years. That would be the negative side.
Yeah, I wouldn't agree with what the photographer did there, but I suppose she signed up to a contract to advertise a particular product, and if that's what the advertising company want to portray, then I guess she has to suffer the consequences.
No, I mean, she did battle, I suppose, over the years with her weight and suffered from various eating disorders. People started questioning, had she been dieting, and she sat there, she said, just stunned silence. There's some things that airbrushing can do that are corrective features that can actually enhance a picture rather than take away from it.
Yeah, I think if you look at the sample photograph I gave you there, the two pictures, one shows teenagers which have been airbrushed, but you wouldn't notice unless I showed you the other one as well.
Yeah.
And you can see that the teenage girl has had her braces removed from her teeth. The boy has had spots removed from his chin, and he's had a tooth replaced where it's missing in the original. Now, it's all very well saying, you know, these are things that's the way they were and that's the way they should be left and recorded forever. But the reality is that this kind of thing has been done for years. I mean, people were 50 years ago, it was quite common to put a pair of ladies' tights over the lens, and that would have the same effect, actually. So this is just a tool that's now available on a computer. It's the very same. It has the very same effect. And if you didn't want to carry ladies' tights around in your kit, you put a lens, you screwed a little lens filter onto the front with little droplets on it, and that again had the very same effect. This has been done for years. It's not something new, and the idea of complaining about it, or I think if it's done subtly, I think it's quite acceptable. When you get into a situation where you're starting to make people look like somebody else, then that's when there's a problem. But if it's done subtly, I think it's perfectly acceptable.
Well, I know just by looking at this picture that you gave me, and the first picture, the coloured version is a lovely picture, but if it was me that was in that picture, I would say, oh my God, how could anyone let me be pictured with a brace on my teeth? I'd be like, why did you do it to me? Or if I was the boy, Mum, why did you let me be pictured with spots all over my chin? You know?
Exactly. I mean,
the second one, I'd say, yeah, oh God, don't we look fantastic in that?
Yeah. But you don't look any different, really, do they?
There's no difference at all, except it's tidied up.
Exactly, yeah. And why have a picture on the wall that the kids are going to be distressed about and not want anybody to see?
And God, we all have plenty of them.
the spot, yeah, exactly. The spots will probably be gone a week later, and the brace is probably gone 6 months' time. So they shouldn't be remembered for those features for the rest of their lives, And
I mean, the children themselves, 3 beautiful-looking kids.
Yeah.
They really are stunning. But I would definitely go for the airbrushed one, because you haven't changed their hair, you haven't changed their looks, you haven't carved anything off their face. They've got perfect teenage faces, the way teenagers should look.
Exactly.
So I mean, there are pluses to it. I mean, I remember seeing 2 pictures in the paper there a couple of months ago. It was Britney Spears, and she has become more of a curvier girl compared to the teenager that she started out. She's become a mum, her body's filled out of it. She's proud of her body, and a photographer did go in, airbrush her, and she said, no, don't want that, because that's not the real me.
Sure.
This is who I am. So I mean, it's all down to, I suppose, the individual.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I noticed from doing a viewing in the studio where they're looking at the proofs, and you'll get say a teenage kid like that there looking at their pictures, and they're completely silent. They're not having any opinion at all about the pictures, and you know there's something bothering them. And then when you say to them, look, we can remove your braces from you, they go, oh really? Oh, that's fantastic. Oh really? Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'll have that. They'll love the picture. So suddenly it's become so you know that if it's something that's bothering them, I don't have a problem with sorting it out. But
first Holy Communion pictures, front teeth missing. Give me them back, just for the pictures.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, we can still do it. You bring us in the old picture into Priory Studios.
I wasn't allowed to smile. I was told you have to you have to grin. You're not allowed to open your mouth. Yeah. That's what I was told when I was growing up. Do not smile or you'll get a whack.
Really?
Oh, that's exactly what I was told. So I didn't. I went,
And that was just because your teeth were front teeth were missing.
Front tooth was missing. Yeah.
Well, now we can get you to smile, and then we can put in your front teeth afterwards.
You can just make them whiter.
We could do that too. Yeah.
So I mean, what else do you guys do? Because I mean, you can go in and tidy things up. I mean, if somebody is listening and they have a picture of their kids and they say, "Look, can you just make this look a bit more perfect?"
Yeah. Well, what we do quite a lot of, like even in wedding photographs, we would take out things which where, like, say, a lamppost is in the background and it was kind of spoiling a scene with cables running across the skyline. We could remove that quite easily. We get people bringing in old photographs which have been damaged. They look like they're beyond repair, and we restore them back to their original, to removing cracks and damp patches and things like that. So it's there's a lot of we're kept quite busy with restoration and airbrushing and retouching.
Now, Katie in Blanchardstown, can you make a size 16 look like a size 10?
Yes, we can. Yeah.
Can you really?
Yeah, give you longer legs, bigger blue eyes, anything you like.
And just take away the middle bits that are a little.
We can. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, that's quite easy to do actually.
Derek in Rathgar, I've got something. He's got something. Some kind of skin disorder. Is it possible to hide it?
Yes, it is, yeah. I mean, it's quite a common thing, actually. We get, like, kids come in with chicken pox blotches on their face, and brides with break out in a nervous rash just as they arrive at the church. That's quite common.
Or when you're having your picture taken and your face suddenly goes red.
Yeah, we sort all that out, yeah.
Joan in Stony Batter, what about stretch marks?
Yeah, no problem at all, yeah. That's
Joan, what are you having take pictures taken of that? Where are the stretch marks, Joan? More information.
You name it, we can do it, and it's an awful lot cheaper and a lot less painful than plastic surgery.
Really?
Absolutely.
Except that they're still there, really.
Yeah. Well,
Ellen and Sutton, I'd like my teeth white and my wrinkles gone. Consider it done, Ellen.
Absolutely.
Consider it done. Is it very expensive?
It's not really. We've been doing it digitally for 8 years now. The very onset of digital, we started doing it then, and so we got quite good at it and quite quick at it. So we don't really impose. If somebody gives us a long list of things to do, we'd have to look at it. But if it's basic stuff like you see there, removing braces and wrinkles and filling in a missing tooth and spots and things like that, we don't actually charge for that.
Okay, Ciara in Baldoyle, how long does it take to get my picture taken, and what happens? Is black and white popular, or is colour more popular?
Well, it depends a lot on what they're wearing, actually. That can add, and where they're going to hang the picture. And it takes, we actually do everything in-house at Priory Studios. We make the frames ourselves, we do everything. So we can do it all in a couple of days if necessary, if somebody's, wants it urgently. But generally a week or two is quite normal,
And if someone wanted to go in and have maybe a portfolio done, all that type of thing, that's possible.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know, I think photography is a miracle art. I think it's fantastic. If people want to get in touch with you, how can they do so?
So it's priorystudios.ie is the website, or we're based in Stillorgan, so they can phone 288-0755.
Okay, so it's fairly simple. Website again?
priorystudios.ie.
Okay, and are models really size 0, or is it all airbrushing?
It's hard to tell, really. I mean, sometimes they are overdone, and you look at the picture and you say that is really so obvious, and that's just bad airbrushing.
Yeah. When something is totally perfect, the total curve, everything is perfect until you see that.
I don't think there's any girls like that out there, really, is there?
Sorry? No, there's no such thing.
Present company excluded.
There's no such thing as perfection. It's our flaws that make us worthwhile, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Listen, Dominic, pleasure to have you in studio with us today. Once again, give us that website and your contact details.
It's priorystudios.ie. And incidentally, the last time you interviewed me, you were promoting my new book called Out of Your Tree 2. We recently donated €20,000 to the Irish Cancer Society from the sale of that book, so thanks for your original promotion.
Well done. That was fantastic.
Thank you.
Is there anyone in the world that you would like to photograph? Anyone in particular?
Well, there's a good few famous people in that last book in particular. But
one that would stand out that you think, oh God, I'd love to have her on film, on camera.
Her?
Or him?
Him. Nelson Mandela I'd love to photograph.
Wow, yeah.
That would be... I'd love to meet him. I've met some very, very interesting people, but I'd love to meet him and take his picture.
He would be one heck of a character, right? I would imagine. And I wouldn't airbrush him, I wouldn't touch him.
Absolutely not, no. That would be...
Perfection personified.
Absolutely, yeah.
Dominic, a pleasure to meet you. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
And we look forward to talking to you again.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, Dominic Lee from Priory Studios, live in studio. Priorystudios.ie is the website. Dublin is talking.
Dublin's weather.
Sunny spells, scattered showers, highs of 20 degrees.
The Wine Blog.